So for week 2, make sure you have read chapters 2 and 3, and then you're going to go through basically the lecture for chapter 2, which is key points that you should have picked up from the textbook chapter. And so we kind of look through here, you'll read through this. Basically kind of walks through how to launch SQL Server, how to use SSMS, which is the SQL Server Management Studio. And if you have not downloaded the software or the database files, there's a link here. And this basically has those videos that explain how to do the downloads and the installations. And then after you look through or read through the chapter 2 key points, you're going to want to complete the chapter 2 lab assignment. And this requires that you use SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio, and that you have the database files from our textbook author, Northwind, and worldwide importers downloaded and installed. And then there's directions in here that are going to require that you open certain databases, that you view different tables. And I did create a little video here that kind of walks you through how to do the first task. And then once you see that, you'll be able to figure out the rest. And this just ensures that you understand how to use SSMS, because that is our interface to SQL Server. So you're going to answer all these questions, put them into a Word document, and then you're going to go into the Dropbox and submit the Word document here. Then you'll go ahead and read through the chapter 3 key points, which basically tell you how to use the select statement to view different columns within your tables. Okay, so it goes through syntax. There are some interactive exercises that you can select where you can actually run SQL commands. And the commands are run against a Northwind database that is live online. Okay, so if you do that, it runs this select. And then if you want to make some changes, sometimes the changes work in these and sometimes they don't. Depends on how they have coded the interface. Okay, and these will work for individual columns. And before we had an asterisk to show us all. So you can actually make little modifications to this and it should work. Then we have a chapter 3 textbook assignment. The textbook assignments are more directive than the lab assignments. And for chapter 3, all you have is the one textbook assignment. And there are videos that go through and show you how to do each of these tasks that you're required to do. And what you're going to end up turning in is a SQL file. So you're going to have to launch your SQL Server Management Studio. And that's basically what this video is going to show you. But what you're going to end up turning in is the query window. Okay, so you'll be entering commands in here, commenting out commands, and by the time you're done, this will be full. This is what you're going to end up turning in. Okay, and where you turn that in is to this Dropbox. Okay, so that is what you need to complete. Then you'll notice there is a course resource section. So at the end of chapter 2 and 3, there are terms. And so what I've done is created a Word document that basically gives you the definitions for the terms. And these definitions are all in the textbook chapter. Okay, but it's just somewhere you can go in one place and find out what those different terms mean. So I did that for chapter 2 and 3. The textbook author does have slideshows that go with chapters 2 and 3. So if you'd like to see those slideshows, you can download these and play them, assuming you have PowerPoint. There is, I think, some information in the chapter about with ties, but it's not explained very well. So I do have a link to a site that basically explains what top with ties means. And then if there's anything that was covered in the select section that you're still fuzzy about, I included a link to the W3 Schools SQL tutorial. And you can see over here, they've got select statement, select distinct, the where clause. So the different things that are covered in the chapter are also explained here. And so sometimes it is helpful to see another way of things are explained. Okay, so under course resources, this is all optional, but they are resources to further your understanding if there's anything you're confused about. And if you have any questions about what you need to do, please ask.